something, bro.
You fucking suck. 3.
Beavers are stupid.
It's a fake account, lol. Don't be a fool.
Seems legit.
OMG,
Thank you.
what a bunch of dislikes for a child. Sorry.
Please stop bashing him.
Eat my cum, you bitch.
You just sound like a baby. No wonder you say baby.
You
Oh.
on the guy's
So do
side,
you.
the horse side.
You're such a dumbass.
Gay people don't
You
like it
dick.
neither.
This has
Shut
been
your
flagged as
fucking
spam.
mouth.
Justin sucks.
You're like 4. Shut the fuck up.
I
Oh my
come
god,
through,
I love
Justin,
this
you are the
guy.
best.
Justin,
Like
you
my
are in my
own, not because
bed.
you're
Son of a
What?
bitch.
Heart.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
14.
I got caught up in
Sorry.
meeting you. What?
Well, I think you should talk first with your daughters.
You're
Since we
fucking
all know
bad.
that they are believers. Believers rule America, and the world deal with it.
Author is
President.
out.
Justin is not in the
Set the flag
Illuminati.
as spam.
Why would you
He-
even think that?
Dream-
Author without.
Who doesn't
Gay,
even
gay,
care
gay,
about
gay,
his
cunt,
friends?
gay,
This has
little
been
girl,
flagged as
travest.
Haters, triumph.
This one
Follow
is
me on your
the
Instagram. Ladies,
I think the
look
greatest
beautiful.
wonder in the world is
You tell him,
when
girl.
Will Bieber
Eat my
start
cum,
puberty.
My favorite song.
All your comments,
Suck my dick, bitch.
Nobody
now
will
take
care.
your girl ass from here,
because you're
son of a
fag and
bitch.
gay.
Hashtag suicide for Bieber 3.
I can't
Wish.
refuse to
Stop
say
watching
his voice
me.
sounds really like nothing but a
Haters,
gay.
fuck
Thank you.
This has been flagged as spam.
And you're
Go
gay.
s-
I'm a girl, you
shit, son
dipshit.
of a bitch.
This has been flagged as spam.
Shut the hell up, you no good piece of trash.
Do you hate
Tell me
JB?
when I'm killing beavers.
If so, fuck you then.
Why does it bother you?
Jesse McCartner.
Do I make you horny, baby?
Imagine
This
if
fight
it took
shit.
place between Bieber and
Check
PSY
Jesse out.
outside a
He's got
popular
real
club in
music,
LA.
not this bullshit.
Ultra
This
gay.
has been flagged as spam.
Please don't hate because he didn't
Justin
do anything
sucks.
to you.
This has been flagged as spam.
Close this
What the fuck?
fucking.
Why are you unsupporting him?
Click my channel.
Because he's
Only
cool
came here
and
to
very
dislike.
awesome.
I love
This
you,
has been
Justin
flagged as
Bieber.
spam.
Justin sucks and he should die.
Welcome to the hell.
Go fuck yourself.
Thank you. Finally, someone who gets it.
Fuck.
You're obsessed with
He's
Bieber.
awesome.
You can't get it right.
You
Just be
actually
joking, he's a
have a social
motherfucker.
complex from cocks.
Mwah, I
But you
love
can't
you.
stop talking about that. I think it's because you
You
don't
can't
have one.
make
shit.
me. I can. I hear if I
Bieber
want.
has
First
more
then tell
money
me how
than you
tasty it
haters.
is.
Leave him alone, jealous fuckers.
I love this
Go
song.
fuck your
Serious.
dad, bitch.
So many
Fuck
refunds.
yours first.
Wow,
virtually.
so
Oh, I
young.
went for my birthday.
Only girls do that.
Same.
Comment removed.
HOTY.
You
Author
mental?
without.
This has been flagged as spam.
Don't talk like that about yourself. You're only making yourself look bad.
Like a
Gay, gay,
tomboy.
gay, gay, gay.
This
Stop
has been flagged as
hating.
spam.
Motherfucker.
This has been
SDF,
flagged
He
you
as
didn't do
spam.
anything to you.
As a president, I
Kevin
disapprove
Sanchez.
this video.
This has been flagged as spam.
Fucking gay
Right,
piece of
bitch.
shit that I
Wanker.
can't sing. Hey, this song hella sucks.
That's what
He is
JB
so
can't
hot.
do.
This song sound like kid.
I just like the
This has been
message that
flagged as
Justin
spam.
Bieber should die.
Shut the
Author
fuck up.
without.
As a president,
If you
I
actually
approve
wanted a
this
person
video.
dead, it's something
Free
freaking wrong
porn?
with your head.
This has been flagged as spam.
We have got a new color.
It's
for
a
the
quote,
lightsaber.
you dumb bitch. Learn to read.
gay.
Hi everyone. Justin
This has been
Damel.
flagged as spam.
Cut for
Stop
Bieber.
it.
What the fuck to that? LMFAO.
I
Just
love you,
coming for the
Justin.
daily dislike.
You have the fizzy hair. Peace, skies.
Hey,
This has been flagged as spam.
It's not like I'm a psycho, explains Markson. I don't
Really
like
amazing.
normally go
We'll just call you
round.
hypocrite bitches.
Worst song,
Really
worst
amazing.
lyrics,
Shit,
worst
you're mad,
singer,
nigga?
worst dance.
comment removed.
Everything
You
sucks.
guys are so damn mean. Leave
Best
it,
ballad
yeah.
ever.
This person is obviously successful
Do you
and just
cut,
making
like,
tons
loyal
of
fans?
fans. You people are just
This
sickening.
This has
Leave
been
her
flagged.
alone.
I nearly
She's just
cut
a
my
little
wrists
girl.
off.
Watch my covers.
A Lieber
Please.
Fuck off.
Please.
retard.
What
Go
the
back to
fuck?
your
I'm not
Get
Instagram.
the
sure
hell
about
out of
that.
here.
F, you're still breathing.
Thanks, James Bond. Dick is bigger
Just
as mini.
die.
Husband flag the spam.
Doesn't seem to have the trait. If I had
Sweetheart,
like
you
that, I
have a
would be
horrible taste in
circumcised.
music.
I just came
Hello,
to dislike
everyone.
this.
Okay, JB is a little bit cute in this clip.
As a nation, we need to push forward and
Bad.
stop all this bullshit.
Very bad. Oh, I love this song.
My grandmother's voice is better than that ugly girl.
Comment removed.
Well, I could miss out on
Nice.
getting brain damage from listening
I would
to rap
hurt the
music.
cunt.
And no, I'm not a
I love my
50-year-old man.
Like
family.
I agree.
Fuck you, bitch.
So stupid, and you won't answer the question to why you're looking at his videos if he's so gay.
Still can't
What
tell
the fuck
if you're a
is this shit
dude or a
dragging that
girl.
feck?
Bitch,
What the
swear,
fuck?
get
Our
a life.
name is
You're like
Bad.
10,
Blah,
25
blah, blah.
years. His only 18. Leave him alone.
Because you
For
blind us
real,
by
follow
anyway.
Not
Bully.
racist, bitch.
3,311,597
Spam.
dislikes. It's
This
official.
has been flagged as spam.
Bieber's live performances are
Nice
better than
vid.
movies.
Ain't nobody got
Retarded
time
comment.
for this.
Justin Bieber, I love you so much. XXX Luca, I love you.
Did I
Girl,
even
Actually,
sorry,
you're
I'm not
not
a
watched
lesbian.
it.
grammar? You
Retarded
can't even
comment.
understand what I'm
Fag
saying.
motherfucker.
Justin
But you're so
sucks.
damn irrelevant.
In March
so many people
2009,
hate
I
Go
was in
to
a
big.
coma for
Go
10
to
months because of a
Search
terrible
Key.
car
Yay.
accident.
DIX,
One day my
BI,
nurse
share
turned
all
on the
foreign
radio
premium
and just
accounts,
listened.
step free,
And then
enjoy.
miraculously, I got up to turn off the radio.
Or inbox me for
Like
some
if you're
fun.
822,362.
I owe my life
All
to
Dude,
this.
believers are idiots. I approve this message.
Fuck off the retard comments.
He will always say
¿Te gusta comer
always.
caca?
Yeah, I'm
Fucking
confused.
hate on him.
They're
He's
both
been
like-
doing this for
Flag
3
the
years
Then
spam.
straight.
Jaden starts
And
following
have
the
you
girl
ever asked
irregularly.
yourself,
Then
what
there's
the
a
fuck have I
dance
achieved
off.
from doing
And then
this?
they get back
Sucks.
We're
together.
all morons.
And somewhere in there, Ludacris puts
But-
Justin in a mock headlock.
LOLLOLLO, and I repeat, over my dead body.
This has been flagged
What
as
the fuck,
spam.
bitch? You need some psychiatrist.
You cracking down on people so yourself in the
Gang
mirror?
style.
Hello, everyone.
My grandmother's voice is
This
better
has
than
been
that
flagged
ugly
as
girl.
Dislikes people.
I wonder why there's still so
Times
many
like-
likes.
Hello.
He's a fucking girl. Nobody likes him at all. He doesn't
LOL.
need a
Obama
fucking
loves
wife.
Bieber.
So many people hate him.
Comment removed.
Justin Bieber, motherfucker.
Author withheld. Oh, I'm sorry. Did someone
Like
say
this for
something
no
there?
reason.
Or maybe it's just jealousy.
Oh, what's the
Believers are
internet?
awesome. Do you
We've got a
come for
little drama
Bieber?
here and there. You guys are funny.
Justin.
Do you
Someone
think he
killed
cares
this
he
little
has
girl.
haters?
Love
He's a
JB.
multi-millionaire.
No,
Thumbs up
You
to
did
this
nothing
video
to eat
to
some
1
shit.
billion.
fuck off your asshole picture.
Gay.
A
Fuck
massive
poker.
fistfight
Okay.
has now took place involving Bieber and PSY outside a club in
Favorite
LA.
song. Gay.
I'm an
Get
instrumental
a
songwriter
YouTube
from
video for
Columbus,
sucking up to
Mississippi.
gays.
Please go to my channel
So
and check
hot.
out my original music.
Just
It would be highly
diving
appreciated
in.
if you thumbs up this comment so my music
Comment
can be
removed.
heard.
Oh baby, baby, baby,
Author
oh.
withheld.
Thank you, Adam
Click
Whitney.
Thumbs up
on
if you came
my
here to see the number
channel.
of dislikes.
It's a shame
One
since someone like you
Direction.
doesn't even know how to speak or
Comment
even make an
Wasn't
effort
even
to
be a
learn the
beggar.
universal language. I'm not a
Author
faggot, you
withheld.
motherfucking
Hi,
dumbass
Obama.
idiot.
Fuck the
Fuck
love
you,
and
stupid
peoples.
bitch.
I don't want to peoples go to paradise. I want more and more peoples go to nasty hell.
Fuck your
What's
educated
your grammar
filthy.
blow?
She can't sing.
Thanks.
Nicole Blankio, I'm on your
Author
side.
withheld.
Fuck you,
Thank you
believers,
so
loser.
much for the nice
Thanks.
comment.
Ha!
Comment removed.
Your English so damn.
Believer.
Justin Bieber equals shit.
I don't care about English.
Thumbs
You're
up to
rubbish.
get this
Because
video
you like a return song
To
without
1
any
billion.
That
This has been
goes
flagged
for you
as
too.
spam.
No,
Shut
I'm
up,
not.
idiots. Justin
Because
isn't
you
gay.
Shut
are.
up, you bitch, and stop trying to correct each and every grammar here.
Fuck your mother.
You
Get
know,
a
all you
future.
haters
I
are
wanted to
just
correct
getting
sucking up
started
to gays.
because
Just
if you
for
don't
their
like
own
him,
good.
then don't click on his
They don't
video,
fuck.
This has been
dumbasses.
flagged as spam.
I agree.
Whatever you're saying.
retard commenting here.
Go and put some shit dildo in your ass.
Happy.
Eat my
Hater.
garbage.
Mad because he can't get like Justin. Stop
Go and
hating.
suck Bieber cock.
Now
He's
what?
adorable.
Well, why would I want to be gay?
I dig it.
Homosexual.
Philippines
Y'all
girl,
haters.
WTF.
Okay, I admit he has talent at sucking
Dive
cock.
I can't say what I'm dumb, lol.
You have 10 years.
No
Everybody
grammar.
knows.
Ha, 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 ha,
I'm
ha,
sorry.
Are
ha, ha,
90%
Gay
of them
thing.
lesbian singles?
Fuck you, son of a bitch.
Watch
Hashtag
6
cut
hours
for
straight
Bieber.
with
Put a shit on your
LOL.
face? Huh?
He will. Never say never.
No, I'm not. Because you are.
You mean, are you? No.
Please go
Definitely
learn to
not.
write English. This is embarrassing.
I believe it's you who is dumb.
Very long.
me.
Why you should learn English? Haha.
Shut
Attention.
up.
This
Like,
channel
shut
suck
up.
dick
No,
horse.
Full of
shut up.
faggots.
Now go. Fuck you, eat sulfur.
You too, mister. Fix your
You're-
grammar.
Bye. Not gonna stay all night.
What the
Just
fuck,
cause
bitch? Learn some
you
English
loser about
and
Justin
leave this
C.
place.
I don't want
Have
to.
a great life going back to
Or
my
your
awesome
comments.
life.
How
Bye.
old are you?
I have Bieber fever.
What's 6 hours
Because
straight
you
with
are.
Twitter page?
You're such a bitch.
You're my sweetheart.
Ooh, Gangnam Style is better.
Yeah,
Smiley
but I
face.
hate Justin Bieber.
This has been flagged as spam.
Are you lesbo?
Only
No,
a
I'm
few
not.
of you will
Fuck
probably
you.
read this, but I'm on a mission to become a
Stupid
dragon
ass
breeder.
motherfucker.
Ha!
I've already
Sigh,
begun my
what?
voyage to the Saryukin
Yeah,
Mountains
'cause I
in
found
West
your
Japan, which is where dragons are most
Please,
spotted.
bitch, go get a life.
Once I find a female,
Are you
I will
done?
gain
You
her
messed with
trust,
Bieber,
and
you
when she
messed
lays
with
her
me.
eggs, I'll be in business.
You called me
To
ugly,
get them
remember?
in
Yeah,
your local
Because I
bookstore,
remember.
Because
I need your support
Sidewalk.
because this means a lot to me.
Shut up, you
Thanks.
asshole.
I'm kidding though.
LOL.
I'm a rapper,
and your
but I'm
shitty
pretty dope.
believers.
Just
But
check
I
out
am
my
not
channel.
rude with
Ha ha
you.
ha. Thumbs up.
You're the loser.
Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you.
Too many
asshole.
JV suck-ups.
What a vacuous little jumped up talentless cunt he is. Thank you for destroying music, you
Your
cold
English
little
gave me
fuck.
cancer.
Talentless?
Your
Destroying
comment was
music?
retarded, spammed, and
Because she is
unhelpful because
blind.
you're commenting too many negative
Doesn't have
votes.
it.
Bitch.
Why would he be the music industry?
Look, my
Author
fucking
Tired
Tired
picture.
of who's destroying it, since no
Nobody
one told
cares
anyone.
all your
I was
comments.
kidding, I'm not stupid.
113.
I love
drink.
JB.
Wow, your
James
mom must be
Bond.
proud.
LOL.
Rainbow.
Sure is.
You silly little
Because you
girl.
are a stupid ass
Firstly,
mom.
Good idea.
this Asperg managed to impint with his puny white arm.
Please, do I have to color my
This
hair
has been
brown to
flagged
live
It
in
is
the
well
world?
known within the circle
LOL,
of
I'm
sound
not
entities.
stupid.
Comment.
Slenderman.
I work in the
Creepy
country
I know you
Author
mom.
withheld.
and I know what these guys think.
Fuck you,
Thirdly,
dirty bitch.
the so-called music are
No,
brought
because
either
you
for
follow
women
you.
Bieber.
and homosexual boys and men who
Well,
are
your
many
mom must
Eres
be
que
proud.
I have
enamorarte.
seen them queuing in London,
Lindo.
outside the O2. And when you
Done.
grow up, you will realize he is a talentless prick. And
You
you'll be
have
so
a
Yeah.
horrible
thankful for
taste
it.
in music.
And you're
I
gay.
can't sing.
Yeah, man.
Whatever you say, teacher.
Baby.
So please, I subscribe.
Shut up, Meg.
Trolls
love
are
you,
retards.
exactly.
Shut up, you
Wow.
bitch.
This is
Trolls.
black
If you are a
spam.
boy,
Are
Hey
you're
guys,
false.
this happened
100.
months ago.
I'm a girl, obviously.
As a president, I disapprove this video.
This has
Sub
been
me back,
flagged as
please.
spam. You have
Stop
a horrible
hating.
taste in music.
Comment removed.
Shut up, asswipe.
Author
I
was fired.
love Dashy XP for
Shut up,
This
everything.
has been
Meg.
flagged as spam.
This has been
Now we
flagged as
have
spam.
bad news. Justin Bieber was
Squid-like hoes.
found alive
This has
in
been
her
flagged as
apartment.
spam.
I don't
Fuck
have a TV.
you. Justin sucks.
Fake, 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 fake.
Is that
Can't
Drake
do
and Lil
anything.
Twist?
I'm not
At
the
what
Justin
point?
Paris.
Worst singer, worst voice,
Faggot, faggot,
worst
faggot,
dance,
faggot.
worst
Justin the
video.
best. I
Everything
love you.
sucks.
You are my
Nope,
baby.
nope, hater not. Why are you here?
Best video on
LOL.
Gorilla
YouTube.
Bomb.
You're gay.
Die.
Fuck you, America.
Worst singer. Don't you have something better to
So
do with your
fucking
life?
glad you got attacked on 9/11.
Be the life man.
This has been
I'll
flagged
need
as
it.
spam.
I love
Fuck
you,
Justin
you
Bieber.
dislike-
bitch.
Spam.
Her hates him.
This has been flagged as
Stop.
As a
This has
nation,
been
we need to
flagged as
push
spam.
forward
Shut
and
up, you
stop all
stupid
this
bum.
bullshit.
The
This has
fuck?
been flagged as spam.
Like this comment without no reason.
This has been flagged as
If I
spam.
get 50 subscriber, I'll do a video when I say my opinion about
America.
Justin Bieber.
Most
Laugh my
disliked
ass
So
off.
subscribe.
What's up,
Fuck
dude?
all
Yeah.
Canadians, they are motherfuckers, you son of a bitch. Fuck you, Canadian.
3311566 haters.
All
I
Americans.
should respond
dig
to
in
Hey,
your
this
Bieber.
pussy.
video with a dump video. LOL. LOL.
This has been flagged as spam.
Shut
You're
up,
in
believers over
Canada,
2 million
your country.
fans. He has
Don't
over
watch
Guess
4
this shit,
million
that
watch the
makes
pros
you
of the
about the
West.
same as a homeless
Excuse
guy
me?
with AIDS in America?
Sorry.
Look at my
Husband's
butt,
flagged as
LOL.
spam.
He has 30.
Subscribe me, please.
Like if you are a believer.
Ah
Do
ha
you
ha
like
ha
believers
ha.
so much?
3,000 people
Just go
died
put
in
his cock in
9/11
your ass.
attacks.
This has
LOL.
been flagged as spam. This has been flagged as spam.
Fucking
This has been
Batman
flagged as
rules.
spam.
This has been
This has
flagged
been
as
flagged as
spam.
spam.
I love
Fuck
him. He
you,
is so
Justin
hot.
Bieber.
I'm tired of these believers and haters fighting.
You're the reason why I got bullied, you Canadian fuck.
Why watch this
Do
video?
you really need to call us fat?
Dear
As if I
haters.
Fishing for
Fuck you,
likes, I see.
believers. This has been
3-year-old
flagged as spam.
stuck in a 16-year-old's body.
My baby 5-year-old
Fishing
wanted
for
to commit
likes.
suicide after watching this video.
Psychic your butt.
Well,
Barack
then she's just
Obama
fucking done
has
it,
been
you
flagged
American
as
piece of
spam.
shit.
This has been flagged as spam.
I'm fucking
I'm
glad
trying
you
to
got
become a
9/11.
comedian.
Who
I
cares
know,
whether you hate him or
shut up,
not?
no.
At the end of the
Right.
day, you're adding new views,
We were
so
kind of cool
thanks.
when we were little.
This has been
Your
flagged as
punishment
spam.
must be more severe.
Real men
Korea
respect
is
Bieber.
better. America.
No real men hate Bieber.
Hi, your country
Heart
sucks.
like
Fuck
Bieber.
you.
Heart and to all the haters.
I love
He
him
has
too.
33 million fans. So go get a life
This
and
has
don't
been
isolate
flagged as
if you want
spam.
that
One
many people to
click
hate you,
on
motherfucking
my
guts. Go
channel
shit somewhere else.
To
Because no matter what you
Fuck
do, all the
America.
fans will just keep increasing, and we are believers. We rule the world.
full
My
dislike,
ears are
LOL,
getting
effing
raped.
fucking just the fucking gays.
I kind
The
of wanted
fuck?
this to get a billion views before Gangnam Style.
I love you, baby.
I hope
And I
Justin
hate
Bieber died
As
on
a
5/15,
nation, we need to push forward and
2015.
stop all this bullshit.
It's kind of like living in Utah.
She
People
can't
live in
sing.
Utah
I hope your
mainly
dad
so they
died
can
in
complain
9/11
about how
or
much
what?
Utah sucks.
Go home, midget.
Essentially, the same principle with this music video.
Es mi papá.
Fuck Justin. Fuck. Fuck Justin. Fuck
Dude,
Justin.
who gives
Fuck,
a fuck about
Justin.
Rebecca
This is
Black
Fuck
anymore?
Justin. Fuck. Just
Good
fuck,
evening,
fuck
cutters.
Justin. Fuck.
Hi everyone.
I
2
agree, dude.
words. Fuck you.
Attention. This
2
channel
words.
was full of faggots.
This has been flagged as spam.
Well, look who's stupid now. A bitch is a female dog. A
I love
dog's type?
Justin.
No. How about you get it right?
4 eyes.
He is the best in the world. Heart.
Let me tell you
Me encanta
something.
Justin
When you
Bieber.
stop posting
Amo
shits
mucho, lo
like
adoro
fuck
mucho,
you,
mucho,
JB
lo
or
amo,
JB
Okay.
gay,
lo adoro.
I'll probably
I
stop
know
arguing
me and
with
my
you
baby
and
can love baby.
I'll probably
Heart.
respect
Oh,
you.
Yeah.
hello.
Trust me.
Me
Meanwhile,
too.
I ain't.
You don't want a response, then why did you post?
My ass is showing, dude.
okay.
LOL.
Like I give a fuck if you
Dislike
respect me or not.
everywhere.
You're probably like 12
This is
years old and I
flagged.
will never meet you, so
Fuck Gangnam Style is so much better.
And I was like, gravy, gravy, gravy.
You ever heard of the band?
Ooh, I
No
like
song I
gravy.
do not like,
Yeah.
Justin. I love you
No,
so
No,
much.
I thought you'd always be
yes,
nice.
totally.
The genre
been
is
flagged
very
as
hard
Probably
to
won't get any
describe.
likes now.
Progressive
Barack
melodic,
Obama.
death black
Who
epic
likes
metal.
more dislikes? Fuck you,
But I want to
faggots.
eat your pussy.
Idiota.
I'm here for my daily
I'm
dislike.
gonna have Usher beat her ass next time I see you. You're a fag
How
Shut
many
up.
can you get?
1,510,073 people are fagging.
Love you,
I
Justin.
came here to
This has
move
been flagged as spam.
everybody.
Over my dead body.
LOL.
OMG, OMG, OMG.
To that Justin
OMG.
sucks comment.
OMG, OMG,
The only thing he sucks is more
MG,
pussy
MG,
than
MG,
you.
SDG,
Damn.
With pride, I say, I was the first one to dislike this fucking video
Gay.
For
while we are
You
liking
bitch.
it. America fail.
Superscriptor. I know you're stupid. I know you're suck.
Fuck off, faggot.
My
I love
grandma
you.
I'm
just joined
sorry,
YouTube
retarded,
to
because
dislike
they
this
dislike your
vid.
video.
LOL.
Really?
Fuck
The
America.
I ate Justin today.
I'm so fucking glad they got attacked in 9/11/01.
W2
God
This
bless
has
still
been
you.
here.
flagged as
Osama bin
spam.
Laden.
Ain't high school great?
This has
What?
been flagged as spam.
If you don't hate what everyone else hates, suddenly you're an outcast.
This has been flagged as spam.
Gay.
Same thing with bands everyone likes.
A colossal fight just now happened between Bieber and Psy outside a nightclub in LA.
Elena Mitchell. Herrera Nancy, 23.
It appears as if Psy had won as Bieber ended up being
Why
escorted
am
out
I
to
here?
hospital. You will find
Psy
cell phone video recording
is
I
on
much
this
know.
page.
bitch.
You'll see.
Subscribe my page.
This has been
No
flagged to
bomb.
spam.
The worst singer in the whole world.
This
love
has
him.
been flagged to
Forever.
spam.
No matter what they
Because you're
say.
ugly and
I
fat
still
and
deal
don't
with
got
you.
it like that.
Fuck
Why do
off.
you
Serious
want
right
me?
now, Wolf?
I had enough of
Oh.
the correcting me,
Kill them
LOL.
yourself, okay? Good luck.
My
Looking at my
ass is
video,
showing,
click
LOL.
like.
This has
LOL,
been
but
flagged
dislike
as
for this
spam.
video.
Please
Smiley
subscribe to
face.
my channel. Please.
He's a motherfucker,
Good
asshole,
video.
and gay.
Smiley face.
A massive
Follow
fight
me,
just went
Instagram.
down involving
At
Bieber and Psy
Yes,
outside a
it's
club in
video.
Speak
LA.
the truth.
Follow me, Instagram.
Gay, gay,
At
gay, gay,
Yes,
gay,
it's
gay,
video.
gay, 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 gay. She sounds like a girl.
Check out my page on Facebook. Young,
Comment
Wild, and Free.
removed.
Okay.
Author withheld.
Don't you think he's the homosexual?
Use
This has
my
been
friend.
flagged as spam.
Check mine
Good
out.
night.
Russian like I like English.
Search
I hate
Fred
you,
Bob.
though. Please
And if
stop.
you like that,
At least be
subscribe
nice.
it. If you don't, then comment.
Baby, 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 you fucking
Penis.
suck.
Wanna be my girlfriend?
Yes. Gotta
Fuck
like
Thank you.
Comment removed.
Prayer.
Damn
This has
right.
been flagged
Author
as
withheld.
spam.
You're a motherfucker, bitch.
Burn in hell,
God,
bitch.
please kill him.
Lost a battle?
He gains
Are you dumb
unfair
or you're
and
dumb?
non-disabled.
Idiot.
Go watch a video with
What?
having this
Find
see-through
yourself.
commercial.
With the worst wishes,
Obama's
Isaac
right.
Klochkov.
You are
It
so
appears like Cyrus, the winner of the Bieber, ended up
annoying.
having to be escorted out to
Can
the
I
hospital.
please shut
Keep
up
me
for
on
a
my
minute?
mobile video,
Baboon
please.
love monkey. You're a fucking pathetic fool.
This has been flagged as spam. Why do people hate him so much?
Remember when the users controlled the
Hold
site and not
please, a JB, a
corporations?
boy.
Miss the old YouTube.
Justin. Gay.
What would
Start
I-
every video and like, let's start a YouTube
Hey,
revolution.
settle
Please
down,
Thumbs up to
settle
keep it at
down.
the top of the
Stop
page.
bashing on him.
I don't
He
think
didn't
it's
do
your
anything
opinion.
to you.
This awkward moment.
What
when
the
Bieber
fuck?
realizes
You're not
that
making
Psy
any
got
sense,
almost
and yes, it is
400
their
million
opinion.
views.
Why everyone
whatever
hates
you
Justin
say.
Bieber, okay? Then if you hate him, you should say bad words. He didn't do anything.
I hate it
Stop
though.
hating.
deserve
Why
bad
do they have
Please
to
kill
do
him.
such a thing?
You were saying bad words.
Ugh. Hate them so much.
Hi, sorry for this spam, but my name
This
is
has been
Jason,
flagged as spam.
and I'm 13.
room was dimly lit, just like she liked it. Too much light would have revealed the bare, white walls, making her mind race with ways to fill them up. Instead, the yellow hue flowing off the Christmas lights softened the space, providing a much-needed calm, a salve for her busy mind. With the room this dark, the piles of clothing and shoes scattered across the floor were barely noticeable. The pyramid of Nutella jars on her desk were hidden, and the fact that she slept alone, despite there being another bed for a roommate, did not bother her. In the dark, she was comfortable. She was reflective. She felt safe. She was able to be herself. What are you thinking right now? She asked, sitting next to me on her bed, her long legs dangled over the side and her deep brown eyes locked into mine. She emitted a cool confidence, a quiet charm that spoke loudly, saying she could and would get whatever she wanted. It felt like, just maybe, this goddess wanted me. I stared at her for a moment, then broke eye contact to look at the floor. My body felt hot and my thoughts overwhelming. Were my nerves showing? Were my cheeks turning red, and could she see them in this light? Attempting to collect myself, deep inhale and slow exhale, I said, I'm thinking I want to kiss you. Well, she began, with lowered eyes and a parted mouth. Why don't you? As I leaned into her, she sat still, watching me, like she was waiting for me to follow through. My lips landed gently on hers, and my body heat turned to chills. I couldn't believe I was actually kissing her. She was perfect, and she was mine. My body gave into hers completely as we fell into the bed. My button-up covered chest pressed against hers, and my hands reached under her t-shirt, searching for skin. Her left hand grabbed my back, pulling me deeper into her as her right hand dug into the hair on my scalp, then cradled the back of my head. I buried my face into her neck, and my breath became heavy, sinking with hers and becoming more rapid as our bodies mixed together in rhythm. Her waist swept with my breast, and she responded with her own. This was not what I had expected upon walking into her room a couple of hours earlier. It had been brighter then. She had turned on the main light, and I had seen everything. The clothing shoe piles, the stack of Nutella jars, the extra bed across from hers, the white, bare walls. Her. Uncomfortable, vulnerable, beautiful. Maybe if I had said it then, she would have kept the lights on. Maybe if my eyes hadn't appeared so judgy as they scanned the room, she could have been herself in the light with me. Maybe if I hadn't been so distant, thinking of the organization in my own room, a room I also slept alone in, I would have been more present to her pain, more available to comfort her. But there was a chance now. As we moved together, merged together, blended together, I felt all of her. I wanted her to feel all of me too. I wanted her to know everything. I stopped moving, lifted my head, looked into her eyes. She stared back, her body still under mine. You're beautiful, I said, pushing the words out from the depths of me. We stared at each other in silence. Her eyes filled with tears. I caught one with a kiss as it trickled down her cheek.
nuestros padres, nuestros abuelos, de eso no nos hablaron, no nos dijeron. Y en ese día todos nuestros alrededor se llamaban negros.
Fue un desarrollar una refugiada
Mucha gente aquí en el pueblo no sabe.
Lo que muchas veces negaba.
El cual han dejado los negros esclavizados.
A empezar a tomar en cuenta lo que es la cultura afro, lo que
saben
muchas veces
de que el argentino tiene un ritmo el cual
personas identificadas por nuestra pobreza, nuestra realidad, nuestro padre, de eso no nos hablaron, no nos dijeron. Todos nuestro alrededor siempre nos llamaban negros, mojosos, viejas, dibujaron mapas en la cabeza.
a empezar a tomar en cuenta lo que es la cultura afro, lo que muchas veces negaba.
Lo que los unía era conseguir la libertad.
y no saben de que el argentino tiene un ritmo el cual han dejado los negros esclavizados.
Éramos personas muy criticadas por nuestra pobreza.
fue donde ellos llegaron a refugiarse, a esconderse.
Todo a nuestro alrededor siempre
Que no
nos
saben
llamaban negros,
de que el argentino tiene un ritmo el cual han dejado los negros esclavizados.
Los unía era conseguir la libertad. Y en ese día ellos podían disfrazarse.
A empezar a tomar en cuenta lo que es la cultura afro, lo que muchas veces negaba.
Mucha gente aquí en el pueblo no sabe su identidad. Nuestros padres, nuestros abuelos, de eso no nos hablaron.
A empezar a tomar en cuenta lo que es la cultura afro, lo que muchas veces negaba. Que los afrodescendientes somos parte de la cultura argentina.
En otras comunidades afromexicanas, de que hay mucho trabajo que realizar, que se siente orgullosa de ellos, pero también conocer la libertad de cosas que se
Por eso no se habla de la tradición, porque después de que tienes un bebé
y ahora vamos a Estados Unidos. Gente se siente orgullosa de ahora vamos a
Que los afrodescendientes
conoce poco
somos parte de la cultura argentina.
de nosotros, la libertad.
que nos trata que así somos por eso la playa porque después de tienes la libertad. Ahí siempre estoy trabajando por fortalecer la identidad cultural.
Que los afrodescendientes somos parte de la cultura argentina.
Gente se siente orgullosa de esta herencia, pero también conocemos que ahora vamos a tratar de necesario, ya sabemos, somos ya somos gente se siente orgullosa de esta herencia, pero también gente se siente orgullosa de esta herencia, pero también conoce poco.
Por eso no se pierde la tradición aquí, porque pues desde que tienen un bebé lo enseñan.
Existen otras comunidades africanas de que hay mucho trabajo que realizar.
Pensando siempre en la igualdad. Pues ya no nos duele que nos
Por
traten
eso no
mal,
se pierde la
porque, pues ya
tradición aquí,
sabemos
porque
que así somos,
pues
y así
desde
somos
que
felices.
tienes un bebé lo enseñan.
Fue donde ellos llegaron a refugiarse, a esconderse.
Ahí siempre estoy trabajando por fortalecer nuestra identidad cultural y pensando siempre en la igualdad.
Y que se enteren y que conozcan y que aprendan.
Pues ya no nos
de la
duele que
pequeña
nos traten
África,
mal,
porque
porque pues ya sabemos que así somos y así somos felices.
Que los afrodescendientes somos parte de la cultura argentina.
Que nosotros
Hello, I am Janet Sternberg, and I want to tell you a story. It's a story about thinking. I was asked to do a show, an exhibition, and I was given leeway to think about how I wanted it to be, what the theme would be, how to set it up, which is daunting. And it's wonderful, but it's daunting. So I went looking, and I came across in a book I really like, a book by Jane Bennett, philosopher. I came across a word that I'd never seen before, therefore it was intriguing. The word is limbus, Limbus, limbus. And when I looked it up, I discovered it had been coined in the 16th century by Paracelsus, the alchemist, and he took it from the Latin, and what it means is border or edge or margin. And he used it in the sense that he believed that limbus described the hem, like a hem, in the universe where the body gave way from the physical to the spiritual. And he saw it as a place of tremendous potential. Things were becoming, which I really like. I don't like things that stay in one place, static. So it spoke to me. And I thought, gee, I wonder how it is used now, and if it is used now. Well, it is. We're going to skip to the 21st century, and I found that it's used in ophthalmology, quite specifically for, now I'm going to show you close up my own eye, but maybe you'll look at your own, or if you're with someone, look at that person's. Going to come really close, ask you to look at the ring around the pupil of the eye, right where it's adjacent to the white of the eye. And you've probably never, ever looked at that before, but here it is on a selfie, probably distorted. However, it is a discrete ring. And it turns out that, well, it just turns out because even though it had that use, which I thought was great because it made me think about optics and about seeing and about all the things that I was engaged with for this show, but then I hit pay dirt. I discovered that I discovered a discovery. It's a discovery that's maybe 20 years old, and that is the ring of the limbus is where the stem cells for the cornea live. They stay there, they maintain the health of the cornea, but if the corneal cells are damaged, and there are a number of ways they can be damaged, I learned. I may sound like I know something about this, but it's all recent learning. The way that they can be damaged is if you cry a lot, among other things. Tears will hurt those little cells. A few other things, of course, but I found that very moving. At which point the stem cells in the cornea migrate across their own border, and they begin the work of replenishing, renewing, creating new cells. They're wonderful things, and I love this phrase. They are, and this relates directly to CultureHub and what we're thinking about today, whatever day it is for you, they are infinitely generative. You can't get rid of them. They're going to keep on generating themselves. So that made me think a number of things. I think I'm going to skip a little bit. I'll just tell you that what I ended up doing for the show is making a Limbus imprinting around each of my images so that they, in kind of the same way that it surrounds the eyeball, so too there was a rim that surrounded the images. And then with the help of a wonderful printer, we made a way for pieces of the image to cross the Limbus, and as if they're moving through that border. I think I'm going to read, why not? Next to me is a couple of quotes. I thought it was next to me. Maybe it's not. Bear with me. And now it is. I don't know if I wrote this. Yeah, I wrote it. Here it goes. The stem cells in the limbus are infinitely generative. The limbus itself is a site of crossings, of revivifying, replenishing, regenerating, even maintaining. It's an images of porous borders. And then I say, I hope you don't mind my reading aloud, in this time of hard, closed borders, the limbus as fact and metaphor, and this is really a lot about metaphor. It's a way of thinking that's digging down and finding more layers to a metaphor. Fact and metaphor as pathway, as passage. It shows not only another way of seeing, which is where I started out, but it seems to me another way of being. Now, I'm going to go on a little bit because I just see there's some stuff here that I find interesting. The limbus is what surrounds what's at the edge of all of us, what makes us adjacent to one another, what makes us cross our own thresholds. The stem cell, or cells, is anyone and any things that restores, replenishes, maintain. And I think at that point I started thinking about how this was kind of everywhere now in the culture. Everywhere is, of course, an exaggeration, but I was thinking about Meredith Monk's wonderful performance piece, dance performance piece, stem cells, cell songs, and exhibitions, etc. It just kept going on. And then someone said something quite remarkable, that she said, you are your own limbus. And I haven't unpacked that yet. Maybe we will, together, now, whenever. The rest of this thing is, I just mentioned things that are important to me in my work. We're now talking about me, photographer, where I have a practice of no manipulation, super low-tech equipment, but I get what I want. I want images of interpenetration, porosity, figure-ground relationships changing. To me, these are the regenerative ideas of our time, of which the limbus and the crossings and the stem cells are a part. So I am actually thinking, besides showing you images at this early stage of things, start to enter a conversation with you. Now, I'm going to jump over a bunch of things that you may think about when you think about stem cells in general. And it's some physical things, so they're not just a metaphor. You may think about, all kinds of things, but we're really talking about is adult stem cells. And there's, they're really kind of amazing little things. Probably very, very little. But going back to them as a metaphor and as a moment for our time, I started thinking, can art be infinitely regenerative? Can we repair? Can we restore? Can we renew? We means us artists, but it probably now means the larger society, because now at this moment in early May, we are all in a place where we know that renewal is going to have to come. It's happening even as I speak, but that it has to come because one of these days hopefully, things will change. And when they change, how can we, and now I go back, we as artists, be infinitely generative? So what I am hoping is that when this portion becomes live, we'll have a back and forth on this subject. In the meantime, thank you so much, and thank you Scarlett Kim and the people at CultureHub, Billy Clark. This wonderful idea, this wonderful organization. Bye-bye.
Hello, everyone. Here today on September 19th, 2020, we have with us Janet Sternberg and Philip Littell. They will briefly exchange views and engage in a short conversation following the video you just watched. Janet Sternberg is a writer of memoir, essays, and poetry, and is also a photographer. You can find her books at janetsternberg.com and her photographs at janetsternbergphoto.com. Philip Littell is an actor, singer-songwriter, librettist, playwright, director, and a member of the God-Awful National Theater, an LA-based art and theater company devoted to creative risk and experimentation. Please feel free to chat in questions and thoughts using the chat function on the live stream, and I will relay the questions to Janet and Philip. So take it away, Janet and Philip.
Okay, I will begin by saying that the video you just watched was done in February. And I know the date because I looked up an email that I got from you, Scarlett. It was March 6th, and it said, we're a week away from Refest. Well, of course, that was before. And we are now living in the after because it did not happen. We're happening now after a period of time to think and to engage with different thoughts. One thing I just want to begin with, and that is, I was so enchanted with the idea of infinite generativity. And I realized just now, or now being earlier today, that's because making things is so important to me. But I forgot that it's in the service of something. It's in the service of replenishing and restoring and taking what has been damaged and finding some way to, I suppose the word is heal or repair. And so I was starting to think about how that might be true in general and also in my own practice. And now I'm just going to say, does that ring any bells for you, Philip?
Yeah, because certainly I'm old enough to have lived through global shocks of different kinds. And not consciously at first, but now more consciously, getting to work is what put me back together, put me back in put me back on a track, usually a different track. So this one here is a really fascinating time. I'm finding it very rich creatively, almost because there are no outlets for it in terms of publishing it, performing it, all the rest of it. So it's been a very rich time.
Well, as we have spoken, yes, it takes all the questions of striving toward a goal. Are we getting there? Have we failed? Have we got what we wanted, whatever that may mean? It's taken all of that and said goodbye, which means vast layers of anxiety are removed.
Yeah.
And when they're removed, it leaves room to work in, I think, a better way, because the other stuff is messy. It's not a happy thing to be living with all the time. I prefer this. I don't mean I prefer COVID, you know what I mean. I prefer not having that sense of an end point always.
Well, in my profession, my first profession as an actor, I noticed how people would start to make these little filaments of agreement that would somehow gum up the work. And later, when I was operating in different areas of writing and collaboration with companies and things like that, I would notice the filaments coming in, and filaments would come out of grants and grant proposals, and here I'm finding myself in a filament-free zone, you know. So it's really exciting because you don't know how much these little filaments actually affect your choices or your
you know how much there's this inner dialogue going on that usually is not very conscious, and it kind of goes, how am I doing? Is so-and-so doing differently? Is so-and-so doing better? There's a whole stream of thought that, to use your words, gums up the works. So maybe the beginning of this period that I don't like to think before and after, because I think that's kind of a overly determined thing, like there's a before and there's an after, but we have to be in some sort of a period that combines suspension, as in who knows anything, we don't know, and a sense that we have to do something, whether it's literally do or think, that moves us forward in some way. And so maybe getting rid of that stuff is clearing a path.
Yeah, and it's not like I've been launched into a period of regimented creativity. There's a lot of, what am I doing today? I don't know. And I'm finding that to be very rich. You know, on some level, I've been given that endless teenage summer where you're between everything and you don't fit anywhere, and and here we are, this fantastic awkwardness of.
Yeah, sorry, you go on.
No, go.
No, just that I love the idea of you revisiting that teenage awkwardness. I think I'm revisiting somewhere around college, although, as you know, I dropped out of college and I went to New York and et cetera, et cetera. But that isn't the point as much as that period of immense intensity when everything was new and everything was unfiltered, to go back to your filaments. And the other day I was talking with a friend and we were talking about another period in our lives. So maybe there is a collapsing, of generative collapsing of time, that the borders we have made for our lives and the stories that we tell ourselves about where those borders are and then how we've moved across them are not useful any longer.
Yeah, they've been dismantled. Yeah. It's I feel very grateful to be living through this period.
And we're very lucky. I mean, obviously.
Oh, golly.
We are lucky beyond belief at this moment. Let us just pay obeisance to gratitude, because we are among the people who can live this way. We have roofs over our head. We do not have, as they say, dependents. Our dogs, but I depend on them. You know, there's a reasonable degree of well-being that comes from that. So the exploration that we are talking about is an exploration of luxury and of privilege. But we have it. And so
we have it. Yeah.
We're almost out of time, but I wanted to, I'm curious about, you know, to me, this idea of infinite regenerativity is also an act of hope. And I'm curious about, in this time of uncertainty and dread, do you have any thoughts on how to, I guess, maintain faith in this, you know, commitment to regenerativity? I've been thinking about that a lot as I see myself, or find myself kind of falling into the abyss, but also feeling very grateful at the same time.
Well, Philip.
Yeah, I don't think you need faith. I mean, that, you know, it's like needing discipline. Those are terrible things.
That's great.
It's just, you're here. And I think we're all sharing this feeling that we're all going to be lost forever. That we won't have mattered in any way. And it's an extraordinary commonality to be in, and all I can say is face the page, or face, you know, the despair, or but just you're here, being here. It's such an act of courage, you know, to show up.
To show up, which is it. You know, I once heard a sculptor, Mary Frank, that was who it was, say, I used to be afraid of being lost. And now I know that lost is where I begin. And that had made just a huge impression on me. The other thing I want to say is you mentioned hope, and I've had certain occasion to think about hope a lot in something I was writing. And I realized that hope is usually thought of as something that points to the future. I just want to say that hope, I believe, is a friend of the present.
Well,
I ended with something that had something
definitely sit on and yeah, mull over. So thank you so much. We are at time, but I think that's a wonderful place to wrap up. And if folks want to engage in this kind of thread of conversation further, where can they reach you, Janet and Philip?
Email me. I can take a little bit of time to answer, but I'm reliable at Janet, Janet, at, and here comes one word, everything's lowercase, CalArts. We all know, well, we don't all know CalArts, but a lot of us here do. CalArts.edu. And I'll answer.
Okay, and I'm Room Camera, the two words, Room, ROOMCAMERA at mac.com.
Philip, you were always Millennium. You've changed?
I know, it was so cute in 1998. It was so funny.
How do I didn't know how to reach you then anymore.
Thank you, Janet and Philip, and
oh, it's still there.
Thank you.
We're still here, and great. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
everyone,
much.
and
thank you, Julian. Thank you,
yes.
Behind the scenes, in front of the scenes.
Bye.
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 Mwah.
Greetings, I am Anaina from the Vibration Group. We are a commune living on a spaceship. What you're seeing is my hologram from space. Each member of our spaceship had to leave Earth for a different reason. We've been stranded on this spaceship trying to avoid colonizing another planet. And in the meantime, having to deal with the distress and isolation, we came up with Psychosonic group therapy alongside the colonial research methods, focusing on the healing of the self and our home planet. Most of our research is open in the open source intergalactic library, but it seems like your society doesn't have access to it. Wow. Why have your governments kept these walls of knowledge from you? What else are they hiding? Well, in light of that, we thought this would be a great opportunity to share some of our knowledge with you. We want to bring you to our spaceship. So we want you to come and do some astral traveling. To do that, you'll see one initiation. At the end of the initiation, you'll see a sign. It's like our secret handshake. Doing it right will grant you access to the spaceship. It goes like this. Of the spheres, psycho, spiritual, body. You start by drawing a circle around your aura, bringing your hands to your forehead, open your forearms, and bringing your hands to your chest. You'll see these signs twice on the initiation. The first time is for practice, but the second time, make sure you do the sign wherever you are. This will guarantee that you make it to the spaceship safely. Traveling through the space is in general safe, but sometimes things can get a bit tricky. If you don't do the sign well, you might lose a limb, maybe your head. We don't want that to happen to you. Well, I hope you're ready. I'll see you on the other side.
Greetings. If you have received this invitation, you are invited for a guided visit to the Vibration Group. We are a migrant space commune, each having left Earth for various reasons due to climate change, war, violence, migration, off-Earth labor contracts, broken hearts. The list goes on. In our refusal to be settlers on another's planet, our ship provides. Some may consider us suspended in space, lost between fractured worlds. Nevertheless, we persevere. Our ship is outfitted for research, healing, thought, dance, and play. We are just one within a growing movement of kinships, supporting each other across constellations. On your visit, be prepared to encounter an environment that's both physical and psychological. As we engage a polytemporal, indeterminate sequence navigating our range of emotions, shadow selves, collaborations, coexistence, mourning, relaxation, asylum, and sanctuary. We will leave you feeling the elation of our dreams, in hopes that you will become a regular supporter of our pursuit. Thank you for your interest in Vibration Group.
Of the spheres, psycho, spiritual, body. Of the spheres, psycho, spiritual, body.
Welcome. It looks like all of you did the sign correctly. Well, now that we're on the spaceship, we can connect to the Intergalactic Library. It holds not only the resources of our spaceship, but of other groups like us that are around space. But even more interesting, it includes our calendar. Our spaceship is full of activities led by members of our community. Let's see what's going on now. Seems like Planet Sally is doing botanical studies. Well, when Planet Sally is not doing research on the plants, they led breath and wind exercises on the spaceship and also do ancestral healing research. This is a very interesting research, and you see how they get to connect all these areas in their work. Well, let's see what Clapetzal is up to. Let's beam in.
Hello, my name is Clapetzal, and I tend to the extraterrestrial garden here aboard our ship at the Vibration Group, and I lead the botanical studies here as well. So today, in our botanical study, I'm going to teach you about a plant that is very dear to my heart. It is called the maguey. You might know it as agave or century plant. It's the plant that you make tequila and mezcal from. Very special, yes. It's a plant that I've yet to successfully cultivate here aboard the ship, in part due to its very complex life cycle and pollination cycle, which can take up to 80 years on Earth, between 15 and 80 years. Once the plant reaches maturity, it will send all of its energy into one stalk. It invests everything in this one branch that reaches high into the sky, and from there it blossoms these beautiful golden blooms, which are pollinated in the night, not by bees or by hummingbirds, but by a very special colony of bats who come from Morelos, this one cave, La Cueva del Diablo, which is the only cave in the world that they are born in. And they go on a maternity journey north through Nuevo León and go into Texas, New Mexico, and then go south through Jalisco and return to their cave, following the agave bloom north as they go. And once pollination is complete, after the agave has bloomed, agave actually dies. They will only bloom once in their life. Today, I'm going to tell you the story of the first maguey, how this plant was given to us. The first maguey was born when the goddess Mayhuel was killed by her ferocious grandmother Tzitzimitl for having a love affair with the great feathered serpent Quetzalcoatl. To ensure that Mayhuel would never be revived, Tzitzimitl chopped her body into many small pieces and fed them to her army of demons. After her grisly feast, Tzitzimitl and her horde of monsters returned to their lair in the sky, leaving nothing but a few gnawed bones behind. Devastated, Quetzalcoatl returned to the site of Mayhuel's death and gathered the remains of his lover. He planted Mayhuel in the rich volcanic soil where she fell and returned to her every night. And after many moons, nourished by the serpent's tears, Mayhuel was reborn as a beautiful and splendid maguey, dazzling all who laid eyes upon her. It is said that once the maguey matured, the other gods then harvested her sap to make the first pulque and bestowed the drink with hallucinogenic properties to ease the suffering of Quetzalcoatl. Mayhuel lives in every maguey, resting patiently under the harsh desert sun. She sleeps and dreams of thunder as the monsoon forgets her name. She releases her florid cries high into the summer sky, painting the heavens with wild golden blooms, and awaits the haunting calls of her winged companions in the dark every night at the highest peak of the Chisos Mountains, ready to die and be born again.
We all cried when you died.
What an insightful question. What is the most about her? Next, Lodge, our specialist in somatic psychology research, is leading a vibe check. Asking a question I think we can all relate to. How do you answer to how are you when you actually do not know how you are? This is not a small pondering, and Lodge has been working this problem for a while. Let's see what are their findings. Let's be me.
How are you? 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 How are you?
Turn into tigers, turn into birds, turn into monarchs, turn into earth, turn into tigers, turn into birds. Turn into monarchs, turn into earth.
I still do not know the answer to that question. But let's see what's next on our schedule. It seems like our very own Athena is leading exercises. When Athena is not doing exercises, they are doing research on entheogens and plant medicine. So I'm sure this is going to be a very relaxing exercise. Let's go there. Let's be mean.
Thank you, Anna Ina. Hello, greetings. My name is Zena Helen Joy, but everybody on the ship calls me Athena. I'm going to lead you through one of our exercises. The vibration group has developed a set of exercises that deepen one's connection to the self, chosen community, and environment. These exercises are a distillation of many practices from ancient to future, and they are designed as a healing exploration of the self for the benefit of all beings, past, present, and future. The most important part of the exercises is the breath. So just make sure that you are breathing nice and easefully throughout the exercise. The exercise that we're going to do is called sway, and it's best done seated or standing. Close your eyes and begin to breathe nice and easy, just checking in. I want you to pretend that you are bamboo and that your breath is a gentle breeze. And as the wind blows through the bamboo, let's begin to gently sway, swaying to the wind of your breath. Imagine you are bamboo, swaying in the wind. The benefits of this exercise are to relieve stress, calm the nervous system, and to unite the elements of air and earth. If you are interested in going deeper into the exercises, contact us to purchase one of our books, The Body Bends in Space, Vibration Group Exercises, Volume 1. I hope you enjoyed that. Anaina, what's for our visitors?
Mind's eye they tried to blind, a turning wrist they tried to find. My seeing eye. Mind's eye they tried to blind, a turning wrist they tried to find. My seeing eye.
Oh, there you are. Wasn't that relaxing? Once I did Athena's bamboo exercise for 3 weeks. It was amazing. I don't think the rest of people on the ship agrees with me. I left some tasks on the side, but you know what? It's fine. I got to relax, and I hope you feel more calm too. We're curious to know though, what do you see when you open your eyes? Well, now it seems like Che is broadcasting from hypersleep. Just yesterday, Che took us on this amazing holotropic breathing session and then gave us a synthesizer sound bath. Doesn't that sound lovely? It was. I'm very curious to see what they are sending us from their Dreamcast. Let's beam in.
Thank you for joining my dream vision. I'm grateful for your intention and visit. Please allow me to calibrate the projection. Just sit back and relax if you wish to continue. When not fulfilling my duties on Vibration Group, I have ventured into browsing the streams of paths of birds. On rare occasion, I may be able to treat myself with a break to watch the sky, looking for shimmering plumed arrows, or listen for their calls in trees. I wish to share my reflections on birds in hopes that it may inspire viewers to make their own observations, to explore what the sky has to say to you. Have you ever wondered where birds go at night? Where do they fly off to, and where are they coming from? How do they sleep? They've baffled us for years, daring humankind to keep up and explain where the birds go when the seasons change. Early on in the 1600s, it was speculated that birds may be flying to the moon, hibernating underground, or maybe they are shapeshifters and morph into fish. Bird migration wasn't confirmed until the 1800s when a stork landed on hunting grounds in Europe with a spear in its neck. The spear was discovered to originate from Central Africa. About 20 such storks arrived in Europe with similar cases. Somehow they survived traveling great distances over a long period of time with a pierced neck. Birds are great teachers. American jets in the sky reached greater speeds after studying mechanisms that protect the eyes of peregrine falcons. But there's so much more birds have to say if we can turn down the noise and let them reclaim their sky. What else could birds teach us? How do they inherit the wisdom of their elders? How do they know where to go? What drives some to break migration? How does a tiny flapping thing survive monsoons, ice periods, climate change, pollution? Guide yourself like your predecessors, using the ancient ways of observation to explore the skies itself. Dare yourself to step outside at bird time, listen to songs, or stay in and make your own. Draw a flight path or imagine yourself flying around a great distance before sleep. Nature guides. We just have to look up.
We cannot spend all our time dreaming about our loved Earth. And as you can imagine, it is really difficult to deal with the feelings of isolation and distress. Being trapped between fractal worlds, being able to go back home, being reminded all the time of the reasons why we cannot go back. These emotions, these external emotions, sometimes cause emotional breakdowns to us. But we find ways, methods to deal with our needs when this happens. One of the most effective methods we found is Psychosonic group therapy. Our wonderful Mimi has been working very strongly in Psychosonic group therapy and has come through incredible breakthroughs lately. I think you will want to see what's going on with them. So let's see their work and let's be Mimi.
Come now, come and cross these oceans of the dawn.
I am sure that many of you can relate to the feelings of isolation and distress we've had to work through in this spaceship. We hope that because the Mimi's Loop therapy really help you through those feelings. Our next activity is hosted by our very own Arapaima. They want to invite you to a tea ceremony. Arapaima, who most of the time investigates groups on the spaceship and hosts techno raves, is a great tea host. So this is a great moment to honor our feelings and each other. Let's be mean.
Psychological space, space in solids, space within. Immeasurable sky co-defines and keeps us in mind. We cherish the place that gave us life. We miss the ones we have lost. Before, after, starting and ended, Marcy and
Oh, whole tentacles. Oh, look at the time. Oh, well, I think we should start preparing you to go back to Earth. As I said earlier, space traveling is in general safe, but without the proper equipment or training, the body can start to disintegrate. We don't want that to happen to you at all. I once had to clean a disintegrated body. I don't want to have to do that ever again. Well, what best way to send you back to Earth than with energy? Energy is a spell, an invocation that brings vibrational and energetic alignment, and is sung by our beloved Ajani and Luna. Once we finish the invocation of energy, you'll be back on Earth. Once you get back there, feel free to get in touch with us if you want more information about our commune or if you want to find ways in which you can support us. Before you write this invocation, we want to thank very special your host on Earth, CultureHub. We know how hard it is to deal with the Petronian and the Centurion bureaucracy to get any intergalactic traveling. We've tried before, it's really hard, and we really appreciate you for dealing with them. Well, this is Anaina signing off of the Sphere's Psycho-Spiritual Body.
Energy. Come to me. Energy. Set me free, free. Energy. Energy, come to me, come to me. Energy, come to me. Energy. It's all right. Set me free. Energy, come to me. Come to me.
We can force stagnant, stale air to be released. And we can inhale a fresh supply of air through our laughter.
Settings of light converging all at once. Settings of light. Energy.
I think we are live again. Great. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you from CultureHub to all the artists who we've been working with for the past few months since they have created the performance originally for Refest and have morphed and developed and added onto and transmuted and transformed in so many ways over the course of the past few months. Please stay in touch with CultureHub and keep up to date on what we're up to by visiting culturehub.org, where you can sign up for our mailing list. And right now, if you are watching, join us at the after party at Mozilla Hubs. The link is to my right or my left. What is direction in virtual space? I don't know. But please join us at Mozilla Hubs. It's a browser-based VR chat room, so it can be an avatar, and we're gonna we can drink virtual cocktails and talk to each other. So yeah, please join us. There's a link on the screen that you can put into your browser, and it'll link you directly to the after party. All right, thank you everyone, and see you soon.